It's that time again for the most fabulous night in fashion. Of course, I am talking about the Met Gala, and this year's theme is super fine tailored black style, so let's get into the best looks. First up, let's talk about the woman who stole the show before she even spoke. Bad girl Riri shut it down pregnant and unbothered in this full Marc Jacobs ensemble. This is probably the most elevated take on business meets maternity ever. And to think that her baby made it to the Met before half of Hollywood, legendary scenes. And of course, where there's Ree, there's Rocky, and as one of the night's co-chairs, ASAP paid tribute to his Harlem roots in a custom look inspired by Marmot outerwear, something that he would often see growing up around his neighborhood. The piece actually came from his very own creative agency, AWGE, blending nostalgia with that ASAP swag we've all grown to love. Now, from icons to newcomers, Chappell Roan made her debut, fully committing to her pink pony club aesthetic. She wore a glittering pink patchwork suit with a matching feathered cape. What makes this even better is that the look was sourced from eBay. Yes, eBay, and styled with the help of Wicked's very own costume director, Paul Tazwell. And speaking of the girly pops who stayed on brand, let's talk Sabrina Carpenter, who wore a custom Louis Vuitton bodysuit with floor-grazing tails that nodded to a dramatic dandy tailcoat. We know she loves a bodysuit, and this one, tailored to perfection. And next we have Dualipa, who was wearing custom Chanel in a classic tweed jacket, v-neck gown matched with a beautiful feathered skirt. Fun fact, this took over 2,000 hours of craftsmanship and featured 45,000 embroidered elements from crystal, pearls and feathers. They was really putting in the work. Cardi B stepped out looking luxurious in her rich velvet green suit designed by Burberry. It was sleek, sculptural, and proof that when it comes to the Met Gala look, Cardi never misses. And now for the legend that is Miss Diana Ross, who has not graced the Met steps in over 20 years, mind you. Designed by the Nigerian designer Ugo Mosier, Diana dazzled in her white gown shimmered with crystals and beads that also featured an 18-foot train embroidered with the names of her children and grandchildren. A true mother. We also had another debut on the carpet last night from the People's Princess Dolce. This theme had her name written all over it, so of course she was gonna show up and show out, as she did not disappoint with this Pharrell designed Louis Vuitton ensemble. Now, onto one of the greatest male reveals of the night. We have our very own Damson Idris, who initially turned up in a bedazzled racing helmet and suit, but then a couple seconds later, boom! We had a rip reveal showcasing this stunning three-piece crimson red suit. And finally, no one opened the night stronger than Miss Tiana Taylor. She collaborated with two icons, Ruthie Carter and Marc Jacobs. The result, a deep burgundy zoot suit inspired look that was dripping with history and symbolism. I mean, from the chains to the Hennessy cane to the do-rag, she was a true Rose and Harlem brought to life. Absolute perfection. This year's Met really proved that tailoring doesn't mean boring, it means intentional. From suits with stories to couture that made us gasp, fashion was really fashioning last night, so who do you think wore the theme best?